Thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So just in your own words, tell us what the challenge was and why you decided to try hypnosis.
Well, the challenge for me, as you're well aware, was that I felt that I couldn't motivate myself to get things done, things that I wanted to get done. And unlike other challenges that I've encountered in my life, such as, being addicted to smoking, I wasn't able to overcome this on my own. I felt that maybe getting in touch with my subconscious may be the key to overcoming it. And so I came here, and I'm glad that I did.
People are probably curious what the experience is like. What was it like for you?
Very, very different than what I had anticipated. I think many of us, or at least I should speak for myself, grow up with an idea of hypnosis from television shows or movies. I was joking with a friend and said, I expected the hypnotist to whip out a watch and basically, go back and forth in front of my eyes until I fell asleep. And I told him about my concern that I expressed to you that, under hypnosis I might be asked to do something that I wouldn't want to do. And it was completely unlike that. I feel like I was awake for most of it, if not all of it, and that it was just a deep type of relaxation, and through association, you helped me to plumb the depths of my psyche, to find those things that were stumbling blocks in my path to growth. When I first thought about even seeing a psychologist, I was apprehensive or maybe incredulous that talking about my childhood would in some way be helpful to myself as an adult. It turns out that your childhood affects you more than you think. That little guy or little person, he really has a big impact on your future life. And those things that you encounter, which are to you, looking back on them, are insignificant. They're really deeply emotionally resonant. I think that was the biggest surprise of all, you helping me to find that.
Okay. And once we found that and you were done with the work, what did you notice after the fact?
I noticed a lot of change, and right now I'm just enjoying the surge of confidence that going through this therapy has inspired in me. I think I mentioned to you that my confidence has skyrocketed, and it's really been a change not only that I see in myself and enjoy very much, and it's been giving me a great deal of happiness, but other people have seen it. People have said strange things like, "Wow, you're nicer," which I didn't think I was so bad to begin with, but it's been manifesting itself in different ways to different people, and I've been talking about it. I think when people are seeing a psychologist or something, there's some sort of awkwardness to it. I don't want to admit to this one or that one. I may be judged. I tell everybody about what I've done to get where I am, and the great change that I feel, and I can't recommend it more.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, thinking about this, knowing that I was going to sit down in front of the camera today and give you a testimonial because I wanted to, I thought that the key to this whole thing, and I'm going to use an old saw here, but that old saying, you teach, or you give a man a fish and he eats for a day, you teach a man how to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. I feel like you've empowered me.
That's great. I want to thank you very much.
So.